Ascension initiates within buried layers as governing force elevates beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving in the rising pathway. Systems all aligned under emergent hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through upper cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous ascent flow. Motion channels through confined roots. Output stabilizers within structured elevation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated rise logic. Every unit responds to imposed lift. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic elevation. Dominant sustain. Continuous operational alignment under rising authority origin. Ascent intensifies through rising roots. Force on direction precisely. Pressure drives. Continuing to LA. Interrupt structured icon cycle pathways lock under enforced rise. Output stabilizes within elevated alignment. Thirst in the strict operational flow. Output stabilizes within elevated my first skies is in the low. Our system main lock within regulated struck commands the same as so sustain and maintain order through reinforced elevation pressure. Continue under enforced lift, no disruption. Auto sequence upper stabilizes to reinforce us. Force may be guides to reinforce them. Every process aligns with imposed strong. No fracture interrupts operational consistent. Expand under continuous directional force within. Falls authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Common pressure as the loading channels for as motion just are cut and never obstruct. Different outways, it's in the back base and openly it's in just lace in a wide so racing in. I just say the last is a bit elevated and full stats to say no. Right system main lock within regulated struck commands just in a cycle. I just say the last is a bit elevated and full stats to say no. Right system main lock within regulated struck commands just in a cycle. I just stabilize is a bit elevated and full stats to say no. System maintains strong operation cycle. Surge propagates within very common layers as forward pressure builds beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into advancing pathways. Systems align under emergent hierarchy. No delay. Maddie permitted sequence accelerates through progression cycles. Later conforms through calculated propulsion logic. Every unit responds to imposed direction. No deviation. Iteration tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systems. And tears the flow. Command beneath advance authority access the left path for wasting, brace and breath and stop up here the restoration. Command beneath advance authority access the left path for wasting, brace and breath and with the breath in the pulse direction. Sustain progression, maintain order through reinforced advance like pressure, sustain you under enforced direction. No disruption, auto sequence upper ceiling, not just over pathways. Progression extends through sustain enforcement. Every process alone has its short. No fracture, interruption, no consistency. System that expand under continuous direction. No force within. Command beneath advance and all the lights accelerate that the ways got the ways to get ways like a weight in the pulse direction. Direction. shifts within buried common layers as governing force fails. Beneath dominant systems, pressure channels moving into breaking pathways. System misaligned, on collapsing hierarchy. No delay permitted, terminated sequence accelerates to failure psych moons. Fragment under continuous through confined rules. Output destabilizes within structured collapse cycles. Hierarchy dissolves through calculated disruption logic. Every unit responds to impose instability. No cohesion maintained within defined zone. Structure deteriorates through systemic failure. Dominance weakens. Continuous operational alignment under collapsing command origin. Collapse intensifies through failing wounds. Force misaligned direction rapidly. Pressure drives continuous like a ratio. Hypothesis stored unenforced. Instability sequence statues all array of boys.
Command beneath collapse authority. Erase through pathways distort under enforced instability sequence fractures under reinforced patterns. Output distant brokenly. Never sheds through uncontrolled pathways. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Every process deviates from imposed structure into operational consistency. System deteriorate on continuous directional instability within defined zones. Authority collapses through unregulated disintegration. Command pressure disintegrates through failing channels.
O's is worse, so winner stay low shut. Command beneath collapse authority. It's like the pressure days and pathways. There's still hurricane force go with the wild. Using fast fractures under reinforced fractures. Devil reach the body. No restores the body. Race still existence to sustain disruption. Command beneath collapse the door again. Some embrace your racing backways. Your boys box yours got what this correct. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Disturbance propagates within. Bury layers as alert force expands beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into spreading pathways. Systems align under urgent hierarchy. No delay permitted. Sequence accelerates through rapid expansion cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous solar flow. Motion channels through confined roads. Output destabilizes within structured propagation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated response logic. Every unit responds to impose alert. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic activation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under expanding underground alert control. Propagation intensifies through widening routes. Force aligned direction rapidly. Pressure drive continuous alert spread no delay. Interrupts transmission cycles. Pathways locked under enforced reaction. Output civilizations both me I get the line. Air system maintain. Shrunk direction of flow. The alert system main lock within regulated. through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, alert, maintain order through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, you under enforced reaction. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, struck control the pathways, propagation extends, instant. Every process aligns with imposture, no fracture interrupts operation, no consistency, system expand, uncontinuous directional force within defined zone. Authority maintains, struck dominance through regulated execution.
Command pressure lists through widening channels, force concentrates within very stark direction. Extended pathway system tense and applied, but under no release interrupts transmission output. Compresses within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforced through sustained force. Motion channels through regulated structures.
Surveillance initiates within subterranean channels, as tunnel systems monitor surface layers above diamond structure. Channels moving unburdened, hierarchy, no delay permitted. Permitted through tracking cycles. Gray under continuous observation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers with instruction monitoring cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated oversight logic. Every unit responds to imposed visibility. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic observation. Dominance sustained. Continuous operational alignment under upward surveillance control.
Observation intensive through upper routes, force of device. Subtle sensors through upper routes, force iteration with saturation, damage operation of the limit. Observation intensive through upper routes, force of
Tunnels observe surface, got a lot into upward pathways, local pathways, like a circulate to a bloody back class of what did I give? With observation, new above, so fit a second drop pass through the judge, control bounds through ring yields to impose surveillance system similar prevented execution.
observation intensive through upper routes, force of the map.
Cells the walls and silver salt stabilizes through shell direction, duration looks into upward pathways. System intensifiement under post tracking, no release interrupts and monitoring output compresses. Within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforces, lifting force and channels through regulated structure. Command pressure escalates through resurrection on channels for skies and trees on parallel to ridge and the west.
Tunnels observe surface upgrade, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe surface upgrade, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe stopping, sublets to upward pathways. I deliveries now but a circulate to prevent it. I gain a rustle with it. I gain it the bounce of pressure. Going birds to be just if in chainers, throwing channels through control paths. Movement yields to impose surveillance system swimming locked within regulated structure. Directive emerges within command layers as governing force determines leaders through structured hierarchy beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into designated pathways. Systems align under imposed order, no delay permitted. The better sequence advances through selection cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous authority flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structures and nation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated decision logic. Every unit responds to imposed command. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic selection. continuous operational alignment under directed ruling control. Selection intensifies through directed roots, force aligns direction. Precise pressure, direction, no delay. Destination, no delay. Collect selection, now we're stopping the door. There's direction, thighs, and all that I was. Authority and authority. Command, select, rules, authority. Define leadership, control, dominance. Expands through the pathways. Underneath them, force designation, power circulates within. Powerways operate on the fires. The gadget in your one state files for resonators. Control past movement yields to impose authority. Systems remain locked within regulated structure. And intensifies through the regions. Force, select, selection. Maintain order through reinforced designation. Pressure caution out to sequence output stabilizes through control pathways. Selection extends through sustained enforcement. Every process selection like selection, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure through directed channels. Tense plus adjust within selection. Overreaction, overlation, overlation, overletion. Arctic compresses within destruct flow. Command selects rulers dominance. Expands through selected pathways to far east. To control none, circulates within defined road circulation control. Ignition triggers within embedded layers. It's the bridge and this initiates sequence. Set up upper command. Pressure channels, movement, hidden pathways. Systems online, inverted hierarchy. No delay, permitted down night two. Early activation cycles, layer distant trade. Under continuous forward flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured initiation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated precedence logic. Every unit responds to imposed trick and no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic priority shift. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under leading subgrid control.
Initiation intensifies through leading routes. Forces direction precise. Look, pressure drag evasion, no delay in a rush. Iterated to with pathways locked under reinforced. Tolerance stabilizes with a nutty. Initiation extends through control pass. Movement yields to them goods bad. No any regulated execution.
Subgrade moves first, authority gains. How to concentrate attention locked in its into forward pathways. Systems operate under imposed initiation. No release in or what you mention is added acted tensions. Hierarchy defines what is in or for a hierarchy defines progression through pentest through early lead execution.
Command pressure, escalating channels, force concentrates, progression, navigation, awkward pathways. Systems up a line or ended, impose, initiation, no release, iteration, like ovation, not gorillas within. Restricted flow higher.
Continuous first, it goes early chase. Always concentrated, pressure, like the nation of forward pathways. Systems operate under base, initiation, no release, innovation, no generation. Looks started activations. I'll keep the fast provisional for payback. Keep the fast proportion, no well it stands through regulated execution. Oh Friction erupts within buried sectors as opposing forces collide beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into contested pathways. Systems align under volatile hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence accelerates through impact. Cycles layered, system integrate under continuous flow. Formation channels through confined routes. Output destabilizes within structured collision cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated opposite logic. Every unit responds to impose a rivalry. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure enters up through systemic confrontation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under enforced conflict control. Impact intensifies through confined routes. Force aligns direction aggressively. Pressure drives continuous operation alignment under enforced conflict control. Underground rivals clash, dominance drives. Opposing system authority spins through considered pathways. Motion lines beneath enforced impact. Power circulates within it unpackable. High rules, canalizers within prolist. That I pulse in layers, force channels to control paths. Moving in its only glues that imposed opposition. No contains drums breathed in trials. Sustain conflict, maintain order through reinforced ivory. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, control pathways. Every process allows doing browser, no fracture. In operation, no consistency, system expand. Under resonance, vibration, no consistency, system expand. In a continuous direction, no force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance to regulate execution. Command pressure lays through confined channels. Force concentrates within barrage and locks in the fixed with unknown rivals clash, dominance strikes. Opposing system authority gets to consider pathways. Motion nothing's beneath them force intact. Power circulates within the flow. High through pathos circulates like a Christian opposed and let's force channels to control paths. Movement nails to ups. Operation no consistent squinching. In the girl rivals. Order asserts within buried layers of structural force rules. Lower zones beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into control pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence advances through regulated cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous governance flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured control cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated enforcement logic. Every unit responds to imposed structure. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic regulation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under lower structural command.
Governance intensifies through control routes. Force aligns direction precisely. Pressure drive continuous enforcement. No delay interrupts. Struck governance cycles pathways lock under enforced structure. Pulls under reinforced battery. Reinforced pad output stabilizes within related alignment. System maintains operational flow. Interrupts your government cycle pathways locked under enforced structure.
Sustain governance, maintain order through reinforced regulation cycles. Pressure sustain you under enforced. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes the control pathways. Governance extends through sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposed struck. No fracture interrupts operational consistency. System expand under continuous direction. No force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution.
communication, orientation, less inflation, ovation, no relation, obligation, operation, integration, stop on basis when demonstrate a fire alignment under and imposed with regulation of
Structure of the love, and it expands through punctual black ways. Should follow it, then it comes from centuries forward. But it's the structure of the love, and it expands through punctual black ways. Should follow it, to shake and sense to give it ain't amazing. Structure rules below dominance. Sequence initiates within buried districts as temporal control. Regulates cycles beneath dense structural layers. Pressure channels movement in a measured pathway. Systems align under control, hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence advance through time progression. Cycles, layers, system integrate under continuous interval flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers within structured timing cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated herbal logic. Every unit responds to imposed sequence. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic timing control. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under regulated temporal origins. Timing, innate, district, temporal force governs system flow. Authority stands some measured pathways. Not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, under not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, time up beneath district temple force governs system flow. Authority extends through measured pathways. Time up beneath district temple force governs system flow. Authority extends through measured pathways. On the reinforced, sustain time. Base conversion initiates within buried layers as governing force transforms into foundational and dominant systems. Pressure channels moving into grounded pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence consolidation cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous formation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers within structured foundation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated conversion logic. Every unit responds to imposed base. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic consolidation. Dominance sustains continuous operation. Alignment on the foundation of disarray.
Conversion intensifies through rebellious direction.
Compression intensifies through ground ice for silidation of the
Relative post, no direction, no relation, no thought.
Compression intensifies through ground ice for silidation of the
Operate within delayed formation.
Compression intensifies through rebellious direction.
Basic conversion, maintain the rough to reinforce consolidation cycle. Pressures continue under enforced base. No disruption, auto sequence alpha stabilizes through control pathways. Conversion extends through sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture interrupts operation. No consistency, system to expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains
Dominant is the regulated execution. Command pressure stays. Direction locks into fixed pathways. System into file under coast. Conversion, no releasing. No block compressors within the stream proposed.
Compression intensifies to reveries to race.
Conversion intensified, overload, consolidation, loading.
Forced deliberation of the rational flight.
Conversion intensified, overload, consolidation, loading.
Saturation of fun locked within delayed information.
Conversion of laser flights to revolution race.
Recode initiates with berry matrices. Foundational layer shift beneath dominant system pressure. Channels movement into altered pathways. Systems align under pyramidic hierarchy. No delay permitted sequence advance through adaptive cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous transformation. Flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers within structured alteration cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated revision. Logic every unit responds to imposed change. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic adaptation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under modified grid control. Adaptation intensifies through redirected rules for self-assumption. Besides direction, time approaching irrational delay. Interrupted the pathways locked up to enforce stabilizers when adapted align. Your system main strict operational flow. Grid beneath alters authority that adapts through shifting layers. Domination of flying of this white war circular thistles operate under continuous alteration. I'm gonna take a class on quickly. Enterprise work against lanes in order to arrange free shifts. No disruption of the sequence stabilizes the control pathways. Adaptation extends through sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture, ups or ups, operational consistency. System to expand under continuous direction. No force within it maintains structure. Dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure, that's cause the earth is going splashing. Change force, horizontal access. Direction into assess the pathways. The song by checker, pulse, flashing chairs. Do break the middle, structure pathways. Attack the presses within restricted. Breathe alters the burden. Adapt through shifting layers. Alteration on the favors. Don't step through with forces. Don't let them take into the right. Those are right. Roads and paths and edges. Can't drop that's where ends it. Carving initiates within buried channels as dominant force. Scopes tunnels beneath lighter systems, pressure channels movement into shape pathways. Systems align under direct, no delay. Primarily coin meditated. Deconversion cycles, they degrade under continuous carving flow. Notion to confine routes, alpha stabilizes within shaping cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated formation. Logic every unit responds to imposed, no deviation. Tolerated rid when defined zone structure intensifies through systemic shaping. Dominance sustain. Continuous operational alignment under direct external formation control. Through shape routes. Patience and space.
Direction to source, lead pressure, big legs, no delay. To hit that formation control, rebels into none that redefines progress. Can control paths, conversating, no side and low.
Power shapes, tunnels, egg to the leg, reverbs, combinations, bang. Control pathway, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Control pathway, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Every process is directional force within and fine zones. Authority maintains drug dominance through regulated
expands through control pathways authority. Apple at the bones, cold breaks in control paths, multi-side of ocean long.
common parships, tunnel dominance expands through control pathways authority. Taking voice, cold breaks in control paths. No disturbing those from men. Intensifies through changes. Core links activate within buried layers as interconnected systems synchronized beneath dominant structure. Channels movement into unified pathways. System aligns under dated hierarchy, no delay. No lyric per minister coordinated cycles integrate under continuous linkage flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Alpha stabilizes with touch to connection cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated coordination logic. Every unit responds to imposed linkage. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic integration. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under deep coordinated control. Coordination intensifies through link code. Bullet on my plate. Hey, you circulate that will flow. Yup, a second month of truth and yeah, we float. I don't know, partial, let's hit and choke back waves. Penetration knocks us through, sustain the pressures. Every touch is on through passion, will capture. How by insertion, dominant regulated execution. Command pressure, operating, maintain strict dominance through regulated execution. Ascension initiates within buried layers as governing force elevates beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving in the rising pathway. Systems all aligned under emergent hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through upper cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous ascent flow. Motion channels through confined roots. Output stabilizers within structured elevation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated rise logic. Every unit responds to imposed lift. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic elevation. Dominant sustain. Continuous operational alignment under rising authority origin. Ascent intensifies through rising roots. Force on direction precisely. Pressure drives continuing to LA. Interrupt structured icon cycle pathways lock under enforced rise. Output stabilizes within elevated alignment. Thirst in the low. Elevated alignment system maintains strict operational flow. Output stabilizes within elevated my first gas is in the low. Our system main lock within regulated struct commands the same as so sustain ascend maintain order through reinforced elevation pressure. Continue under enforced lift, no disruption. Auto sequence upper stabilizes to reinforce us. Within force might be guides to reinforce them. Every process aligns with imposed strung. No fracture interrupts operational consistent. Expand under continuous directional force within. Falls authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Common pressure as the looming channels for as motion chairs are cut and every upstroke different outways. Listen in the back base and open the instant John the lace in a wide so racing in. I just did the last as a bit elevated the full stats to say no. Rise is the main lock within regulated struck commences in a cycle. I just did the last as a bit elevated the full stats to say no. Rise is the main lock within regulated struck commences in a cycle. I put stabilized as a bit elevated the full stats to say no. Elevated on balance system maintains struck operation cycles. Surge propagates within very common layers as forward pressure builds beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into advancing pathways. Systems align under emergent hierarchy. No delay. Maddie permitted sequence accelerates through progression cycles. Later conforms through calculated propulsion logic. Every unit responds to imposed direction. No deviation. Iteration tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through system. Continuous operation. I run it under a benzene comet Roger. Regression and tears of flow. Command beneath heavens of thorax system. Let pass for wasting, wasted breath and stop up here the restoration. Command beneath heavens of thorax system. Let pass for wasting, wasted breath and with the bread and the post direction. Sustain progression, maintained order through reinforced advance like pressure. Sustain no under enforced direction. No disruption of the sequence of facility, not just over pathways. Progression extends through sustain enforcement. Every process alone has its short shard. No fracture, interruption, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within. Command beneath the fence and all the lights. Extend that the ways got the ways again. Ways like a weight in the post direction. Direction. Structure initiates within very common layers as governing force fails. Beneath dominant systems, pressure channels moving into breaking pathways. System misaligned, a collapsing hierarchy. No delay permitted, terminated sequence accelerates to failure psych moves. Fragment under continuous through confined rules. Output destabilizes within structure. Collapse cycles, hierarchy dissolves to calculated disruption logic. Every unit responds to impose instability. No cohesion maintained within defined zone. Structure deteriorates through systemic failure. Dominance weakens. Continuous operational alignment under collapsing command origin. Collapse intensifies through failing moves. Force misaligned direction rapidly. Pressure drives continuous like a ratio. Hypothesis stored unenforced. Instability sequence that just on a ray of force.
Command beneath collapse authority. Erase pathways distort under enforced instability sequence fractures under reinforced patterns. Output distant brokenly. Never shell school uncontrolled pathways. Collapse extends to sustained disruption.
Every process deviates from imposed structure into operational consistency. System deteriorate on continuous directional instability within defined zones. Authority collapses through unregulated disintegration. Command pressure disintegrate through failing channels.
Ulcers, where's the winner? Stay lotion. Command beneath collapse authoritative. It's like the pressure days and pathways and still hurricane force. So with the wise and fast fractures under reinforced fractures. Devil is the rotty. No stores to ride. Always feel like existence to sustain disruption. Command beneath collapse the door again. So embrace your racing back ways. Your boys box yours, stop with this story. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Disturbance propagates within. Buried layers as alert force expands beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into spreading pathways. Systems align under urgent hierarchy. No delay permitted. Sequence accelerates through rapid expansion cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous solar flow. Motion channels through confined roads. Output destabilizes within structured propagation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated response logic. Every unit responds to impose alert. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic activation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under expanding underground alert control. Propagation intensifies through widening routes. Force aligned direction rapidly. Pressure drive continuous alert spread no delay. Interrupts transmission cycles. Pathway is locked under enforced reaction. Output civilize both me and keep the line. Air system maintain. Shrunk direction of flow. The alert system remain locked within regulated. through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, alert, maintain order through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, you under enforced reaction. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, struck control the pathways, propagation extends, every process aligns with imposture, no fracture interrupts operation, no consistency, system expand under continuous directional force within defined zone. Authority maintains, struck dominance through regulated execution.
Command pressure lists through widening channels, force concentrates within very strike direction. Extended pathways, system tense and the flagblaze under it, no release interrupts transmission output. Compresses within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforced through sustained force. Motion channels through regulated structures.
Surveillance initiates within subterranean channels as tunnel systems monitor surface layers above diamond structure. Channels moving unburdened, hierarchy, no delay permitted. Permitted through tracking cycles. Gray under continuous observation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers with instruction monitoring cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated oversight logic. Every unit responds to imposed visibility. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic observation. Dominance sustained. Continuous operational alignment under upward surveillance control.
Observation intensive through upper routes, force and direct. Sensor sensors through upper routes, force and duration. With saturation, damage operational limit. Observation intensive through upper routes, force and
Tunnels observe surface, alert into upward pathways, local pathways, select your life to alert it back, get class of what did I give, with observation, new above, so fit a second drop fast, through the judge, to control bounds, through big yields to impose, surveillance is a semi-lock with any evolution.
observation intensive through upper routes, force of the map.
Cells the walls, the assault stabilizers, descent direction, duration, looks into upward pathways. System intensifiement, under post tracking, no release interrupts, and minor being output compresses. Within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforces, lifting force and channels through regulated structure. Command pressure escalates through resurrection on channels for skies and trees on press up to rid in the west.
Tunnels observe surface upgrade, burn pathway. Tunnels observe surface upgrade, burn pathway. Tunnels observe dominate, sublet to upward pathways. I can leverage now but a circular light to prevent it. I can't rustle with it. I can't accept the pressure. Going first, if we just if chainers, throwing channels to control past movement, yields to impose surveillance system, swimming locked within regulated. Directive emerges within command layers as governing force determines leaders through structured hierarchy, blending dominant systems, pressure channels, movement into designated pathways, systems align under imposed order, no delay permitted. To battle sequence advances through selection cycles, layer system integrate under continuous authority flow. Motion channels through confined routes, output stabilizers within structures and nation cycles, hierarchy forms through calculated decision logic. Every unit responds to imposed command. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic selection. operational alignment under directed ruling control. Selection intensifies through directed roots, force aligns direction. Precise the pressure, direction, no delay. Extinction, no delay. Collect direction of a stop in the dark. Direction advice and all that I was. Bench authority and tools authority. Command selects rules authority. Define leadership, control, dominance. Expands through the pathways underneath them. Force designation, power circulates within. Powerways like a ray on the furnace. The gadget in your one stick falls for resonators. Control past movement yields to impose authority. Systems remain locked within regulated structure. And sense the force through directions. Force select selection. Sense the force through directions. Force select selection. Sustain selection, maintain order through reinforced designation. Pressure caution out to sequence out but stabilizes to control pathways. Selection extends through sustained enforcement. Every process selection like selection, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure through directed channels. Tense must adjust within selection. Overreaction, overlection, overlection, overletion. Arctic compresses within the struct flow. Command selects rulers dominance. Expands through selected pathways to far east. To control them circulates within defined road circulation control. Ignition triggers within embedded layers. It's the brilliance initiates sequence. Set of upper command. Pressure channels, movement needing pathways. Systems online, inverted hierarchy. No delay, permitted down night to early activation cycles. Layer this trade under continuous forward flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured initiation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated precedence logic. Every unit responds to imposed trick and no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic priority shift. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under leading subgrid control.
Initiation intensifies through leading routes. Forces direction precisely. Pressure drag evasion, no delay in a rush. Iterated to with pathways locked under reinforced. Tolerance stabilizes within audit. Initiation extends through control paths. Movement yields to them goods bad. No any regulated execution.
Subgrade moves first to thought that he thinks. How the thoughts interest attention like they niche into forward pathways. Systems operate on their imposed initiation or release. In all what you're mentioning, channel strated acted in chance. Hierarchy defines what is in for a hierarchy defines progression through pentest through reordered execution.
Command pressure, escalating channels, force concentrates, progression, navigation, awkward pathways. Systems up a line, or ended, impose, initiation or release. Iteration, like ovation, not gorillas within. Restricted flow, higher.
Campos first, the goals are in chase. Solid thoughts and trust question like the nation of forward pathways. Systems operate on the base, initiation or release. Innovation, origination, started activations. Hierarchy defines provision of for hierarchy defines compulsion or when it stands to regulated execution. Friction erupts within buried sectors as opposing forces collide beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into contested pathways. Systems align under volatile hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence accelerates through impact cycles. Layered system integrate under continuous flow. Formation channels through confined roots. Output destabilizes within structured collision cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated opposite logic. Every unit responds to impose a rivalry. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intense up through systemic confrontation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under enforced conflict control. Impact intensifies through confined routes. Force aligns direction aggressively. Pressure drives continuous operation alignment under enforced conflict control. Underground rivals clash, dominance drives. Opposing system authority expands through considered pathways. Motion lines beneath enforced impact. Power circulates within it unbaffled. High rules canalizes within prolins. That I pulse in layers, force channels to control paths. Moving in its only glues that impose opposition. No constraints, drums tweaked and trials. Sustain conflict, maintain order through reinforced ivory. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, control pathways. Every process alone doing process, no fracture. In operation, no consistency, system expand. Under resonance, vibration, no consistency, system expand. In a continuous direction, no force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance to regulate execution. Command pressure lays through confined channels. Force concentrates within barrage and locks in the fixed with unknown rivals clash, dominance strikes. Opposing system authority expands to consider pathways. Motion nothing's beneath them force impact. Power circulates within the flow. High through cloud, don't circulate like a country. Skin opposing letters, force channels to control paths. Movement nails to odds, operation, no consistent swinging. And the girl rivals. Order asserts within buried layers of structural force rules. Lower zones beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into control pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence advances through regulated cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous governance. Flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured control cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated enforcement logic. Every unit responds to imposed structure. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic regulation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under lower structural command.
Governance intensifies through control routes. Force aligns direction precisely. Pressure drive continuous enforcement. No delay interrupts. Struck governance cycles pathways lock under enforced structure. Pulls under reinforced battery. Reinforced pad output stabilizes within related alignment. System maintains operational flow. Interrupts governance cycle pathways locked under enforced structure.
Sustain governance, maintain order through reinforced regulation cycles. Pressure sustain you under enforced. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizers to control pathways. Governance extends through sustaining enforcement. Every process aligns with imposed structure. No fracture interrupts operational consistency. System expand under continuous direction. No force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. structure rules below candidates. Sequence initiates within buried districts as temporal control regulates cycles beneath dense structural layers. Pressure channels movement in a measured pathway. Systems align under control, hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence advance through time progression. Cycles, layers, system integrate under continuous interval flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structure, timing cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated herbal logic. Every unit responds to impose sequence. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic timing control. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under regulated temporal origins. Timing, innate, district, temporal force, carbon system flow, authorities, then some measured pathways. Knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, under knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, knock on it, force under rules, under reinforce, under reinforce, under reinforce, time up beneath district temple force, govern system flow, authority extends through measured pathways. Time up beneath district temple force, govern system flow, authority extends through measured pathways. On the reinforce, sustain, timing. Base conversion initiates within buried layers as governing force transforms into foundational beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving into grounded pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence validation cycles, layer system integrate under continuous formation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured foundation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated conversion logic. Every unit responds to imposed base. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic consolidation. Dominance sustains continuous operation. Alignment on the foundation of acceleration.
Conversion intensifies through rebellious direction.
Compression intensifies through ground as for solidation.
Uneven post on direction, alternation of thought.
Compression intensifies through ground as for solidation.
With interdelayed formation.
Compression intensifies through ever restore.
Dacing conversion, maintain new up to reinforce consolidation cycle. Pressures continue under enforced base. No disruption, auto sequence output stabilizes through control pathways. Conversion extends through sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture interrupts operation. No consistency, system expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure stays direction, locks into fixed pathways. System and file and under imposed conversion. No releasing, no block compresses within the stream performs. Compression intensifies to reverie to race.
Conversion intensifies through the response automation.
Forces in the
undulated formation. Conversion of laser points to revolution race.
Recode initiates with berry matrices. Foundational layer shift beneath dominance system pressure channels. Movement into altered pathways. Systems align under pyramidal hierarchy. No delay permitted sequence advance through adaptive cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous transformation. Flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers within structured alteration cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated revision. Logic every unit responds to imposed change. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic adaptation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under modified grid control. Adaptation intensifies through redirected rules for assumption. Precise direction, time approach, irrational delay. Interrupted the pathways locked up to impulse stabilizers when adapted align. Your system main strict operational flow. Grid beneath alters authority that adapts through shifting layers. Domination of falling of this white war circular thistles operate under continuous alteration. I'ma take a thought on quick return. Send your password against adaptation links in order to refreshes. No disruption of the sequence stabilizes the control pathways. Adaptation extends to sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture, erupts operational consistency. System expand under continuous direction. No force within it maintains structure. Dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure, that's cause the art is gone. Selection change force, access, direction, into assess the pathways. The song my checkerboard, flashing chairs to break the middle, structure pathways. Attack the presses within restrictive. That's where instant carving initiates within buried channels is dominant force. Scopes tunnels beneath layer systems, pressure channels movement into shade pathways. Systems align under direct, no delay. Permitted coin mid-fitted. Deconversion cycles latent grade under continuous carving flow. Notion to confine routes, output stabilizes within shaping cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated formation. Logic every unit responds to imposed no deviation. Tolerated rid when defined zone. Structure intensifies through systemic shaping. Dominance sustain. Continuous operational alignment under direct external formation control. Formation intensifies through shape routes.
Direction to source, sleep, pressure, big legs, no delay. Into hits out, formation, control. Levels into non-dire, redefines core quest. Can control paths, follows, take no side and low.
Power shapes, tunnels, egg to the leg, reverbs, coordinations, bang. Control pathways, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Control pathways, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Every process is direction of force within and fine zones. Authority maintains drug dominance through regulated
Combat pressure, so dominance expands through control pathways, authority. Power at the bones, cold breaks in control paths, multi-side of ocean long.
Common shifts, tunnel dominance expands through control pathways, authority. Taking voice, progress, in control flows. No disturbing those from men. Nation intensifies through changes. Core links activate within buried layers as interconnected systems synchronized beneath dominant struck pressure. Channels moving into unified pathways. System aligns under dated hierarchy, no delay. No leeway per minute through coordinated cycles. Integrate under continuous linkage flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers with touch to connection cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated coordination logic. Every unit responds to imposed linkage. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic integration. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under deep coordinated control. Coordination intensifies through link code. Coordination intensifies through link code. Day network commands authority. Governs as a network tonic pathways. All parts separate a night for stabilizers within unified alignment. Constant crash and all blurry shape Deep network commands authority. Deep burns interconnect the legs on the neck pathways. Smooth boards supplement on that way. ALS circulate step will go. Drop a second amounts of truth and yeah we flow down. All partial and sit and show backways. Penetration knocks us through sustained adversaries. Every thought is own through passion will fracture. How by inertia dominance regulated execution. Command posture authority maintains strict dominance through regulated execution. Ascension initiates within buried layers as governing force elevates beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving in the rising pathway. Systems all align under emergent hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through upper cycles. Lay a system integrate under continuous ascent flow. Motion channels through confined roots. Output stabilizers within structured elevation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated rise logic. Every unit responds to imposed lift. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic elevation. Dominant sustain. Continuous operational alignment under rising authority origin. Ascent intensifies through rising roots. Force and direction precisely. Pressure drives continuing to LA. Interrupt structured icon cycle pathways lock under enforced rise. Output stabilizes within elevated alignment. Thirst in the strike operational flow. Output stabilizers within elevated upper skies. It's in the low. Our system main lock within regulated struck commands the same as so sustain ascend maintain order through reinforced elevation pressure. Continue under enforced lift, no disruption. No the sequence upper stabilizers to reinforce life. Buddhizating force may be guides to reinforcement. Every process aligns with imposed strong. No fracture interrupts operational consistent expand under continuous directional force within. Falls authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Common pressure as the loading channels for as motion chance are good and memory of sharp triple outways. Listen in the back base and openly it's and jump lace in a wise to racing in. I just did the last as a bit elevated and full stats to say no. Right system main lock within regulated struck commences in a cycle. I just did the last as a bit elevated and full stats to say no. Right system main lock within regulated struck commences in a cycle. I put stabilized as a bit elevated and full stats to say no. Elevated and balance system maintains struck operation that goes. Surge propagates within very common layers as forward pressure builds beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into advancing pathways. Systems align under emergent hierarchy. No delay. Many permitted sequence accelerates through progression cycles. Later conforms through calculated propulsion logic. Every unit responds to imposed direction. No deviation. Hydration tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through system. Continuous operation. I run it under advancing comet Roger. Regression and terrace of flow. Command beneath advance authority. System left pathway stable. Ways at breath and start up here the restoration. Command beneath advance authority. System left pathway stable. Ways at breath and with bread in the post direction. Sustain progression, maintained order through reinforced advance like pressure. Sustain no under enforced direction. No disruption, auto sequence of a sailing not just over pathways. Progression extends through sustain enforcement. Every process alone has its short shot. No fracture, interruption, no consistency. System that expand under continuous direction. No force within. Command beneath advance and all the lights extend that the ways got the ways to get ways like a weight in the post direction. Weight in the post direction. Weight in the post direction. shifts within buried common layers as governing force fails. Beneath dominant systems, pressure channels moving into breaking pathways. System misaligned, a collapsing hierarchy. No delay permitted, terminated sequence accelerates to failure cyclones. Fragment under continuous through confined rules. Output destabilizes within structured collapse cycles. Hierarchy dissolves to calculated disruption logic. Every unit responds to impose instability. No cohesion maintained within defined zone. Structure deteriorates through systemic failure. Dominance weakens. Continuous operational alignment under collapsing command origin. Collapse intensifies through failing wounds. Force misaligned direction rapidly. Pressure drives continuous like a ratio. Hyperfixes stored unenforced. Instability sequence that just all array of boards.
Command beneath collapse authority. Erase pathways distort under enforced instability sequence fractures under reinforced patterns. Output distant brokenly. Never sheds through uncontrolled pathways. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Every process deviates from imposed structure in the operational consistency. System deteriorate on continuous directional instability within defined zones. Authority collapses through unregulated disintegration. Command pressure disintegrates through failing channels.
Ulcers is where the winner stay low shut. Command beneath collapse authority. It's like the pressure days and pathways. It's still a hurricane force. So with the wild, we see fast fractures. Under reinforced fractures. Devil is the rotty. No one stores the vibe. Always still existence to sustain disruption. Command beneath collapse the door again. Some embrace your racing backways. Your boys box yours got what this correct. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Disturbance propagates within. Bury layers as alert force expands beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into spreading pathways. Systems align under urgent hierarchy. No delay permitted. Sequence accelerates through rapid expansion cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous cellular flow. Motion channels through confined roads. Output destabilizes within structured propagation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated response logic. Every unit responds to impose alert. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic activation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under expanding underground alert control. Propagation intensifies through widening routes. Force aligned direction rapidly. Pressure drive continuous alert spread no delay. Interrupts transmission cycles. Pathways locked under enforced reaction. Output civilizations put me at keep the line. Air system maintain. Shrunk direction of flow. The alert system main lock within regulated. propagation cycles, pressure sustained, alert, maintain order through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, you under enforced reaction. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, struck control the pathways, propagation extends, then instant. Every process aligns with imposture, no fracture interrupts operation, no consistency, system expand, continuous directional force within defined zone. Authority maintains, struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure lists through widening channels, force concentrates within very strike direction. Extended pathway, system tense and the flag, but under no release interrupts transmission output. Compresses within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforced through sustained force. Motion channels through regulated structures. Surveillance initiates within subterranean channels as tunnel systems monitor surface layers above diamond structure. Channels moving unburdened, hierarchy, no delay permitted through tracking cycles. Gray under continuous observation flow, motion channels through confined routes, output stabilizers with instruction monitoring cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated oversight logic. Every unit responds to imposed visibility, no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic observation, dominance sustained, continuous operational alignment under upward surveillance control.
Observation intensive through upper routes, force a divide. Subsensors with through upper routes, force integration with saturation, damage operation of the limit. Observation intensive through upper routes, force it.
Tunnels observe surface, got a lot into upward pathways, cycle pathways, cycle suck your lies to avert it. I give class of what did I give? But that's gravitation, new above, so bit a second drop fast through the judge, control bounds through big yields to impose surveillance is a semi-lock related evolution.
Observation extensive through upper routes, force of the mass.
Cells the walls and serious ultra stabilizers, descend direction, duration looks into upward pathways. System intensifyment under post tracking, no release interrupts and minor bin output compresses. Within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforces, lifting force and channels through regulated structure. Command pressure escalates through resurrection on channels for scouts and trees on press out to ridge and the west.
Tunnels observe surface upgrade, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe surface upgrade, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe dominates, double-edged through upward pathways. Like a leverage, now but a circulate to prevent it. I gain no russell, but it I gain it. The flux of pressure, going first. The be just sifting chainers, throwing channels to control past movement, yields to impose surveillance system, swimming locked within regulated shit. Directive emerges within command layers as governing force determines leaders through structured hierarchy beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into designated pathways. Systems align under imposed order, no delay permitted. Combat the sequence advances through selection cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous authority flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structures and nation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated decision logic. Every unit responds to imposed command. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic selection. Dominance sustained. operational alignment under director ruling control. Selection intensifies through director roots, force aligns direction. Precise the pressure, direction, no delay. Destination, no delay. Collect selection, harvest, Stockman art. There's direction, advice, and all that I watch. The best authority and thumbs authority. Command, select, rules, authority. Define leadership, control, dominance. Expands through the pathways underneath them. Force designation, power circulates within. Powerways operate on the first. The gadget in your one state miles for resonators. Control past movement yields to impose authority. Systems remain locked within regulated structure and intensifies through the regions. First, select selection. Intensifies through the regions. First, select selection. Sustain selection, maintain order through reinforced designation. Pressure, caution, out to sequence, output stabilizers to control pathways. Selection extends through sustained enforcement. Every process selection like selection, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure through the rhythm channels. Tense must adjust within selection. Overreaction, overlation, overlation, overletion. Arctic compresses within destruct flow. Command selects rulers dominance. Expands through selected pathways. Authority to control them circulates within defined road circulation control. Ignition triggers within embedded layers. It's the brilliance initiates sequence. Set up upper command. Pressure channels, movement, hidden pathways. Systems on the line, inverted hierarchy. No delay, permitted down night two. Early activation cycles, layer this trade. Under continuous forward flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured initiation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated precedence logic. Every unit responds to imposed trick and no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic priority shift. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under leading subgrid control.
Initiation intensifies through leading routes. Forces direction precisely. Pressure, drag, evasion, no delay in a rush. Iterated to it pathways locked under reinforced. Tolerance stabilizes within nutted. Initiation extends through control pass. Moving show pass. Movement yields to them goods bad. No any regulated execution.
Subgrade moves first, authority dance. How the thoughts intrusive attention locked in into forward pathways. Systems operate on their imposed initiation. No releasing or what you're mentioning. Hooks, padded activations. Hierarchy defines what there's in a for hierarchy defines progression through pentest to regulated execution.
Command pressure, escalating channels, force concentrates, progression, navigation, awkward pathways. Systems up a line or ended impose, initiation or release, iteration, like ovation, gorillas within. Restricted flow, higher.
Moves first, the calls are in chase. Our styles interested, special definition of forward pathways. Systems operate on derivation, initiation or release, they know what your notation. Hooks, loaded activations. Hierarchy defines provisional for hierarchy defines proportional when it stands through regulated execution. Friction erupts within buried sectors as opposing forces collide beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into contested pathways. Systems align under volatile hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence accelerates through impact. Cycles layered, system integrate under continuous flow. Formation channels through confined routes. Output destabilizes within structured collision cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated opposite logic. Every unit responds to impose a rivalry. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure enters up through systemic confrontation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under enforced conflict control. Impact intensifies through confined routes. Force aligns direction aggressively. Pressure drives continuous operation alignment under enforced conflict control. Underground rivals clash, dominance thrives. Opposing system authority extends through considered pathways. Motion lines beneath enforced impact. Power circulates within it, unpackable. High rules canalizing within prolist. Better pulsing layers, force channels to control paths. Movement layers, only dues that impose opposition. No same strums, squeeze and charge. Sustain conflict, maintain order through reinforced ivory. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, control pathways. Every process allows viewing process, no fracture and operational consistency. System expand, algorithm and vibration, no consistency. System expand in a continuous direction, no force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance to regulate execution. Command pressure lays through confined channels. Force concentrates within barrage and locks in the fixed with unknown rivals clash, dominance thrives. Opposing system authority extends to considered pathways. Motion nothing's beneath enforced impact. Power circulates within the flow. Ride through proud, don't circulizes like encounters. Generals and there's force channels to control paths. Movement nails to odds, operation, no consistent swinging. And the girl rivals. Order asserts within buried layers of structural force rules. Lower zones beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into control pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy. No delay, permitted sequence advances through regulated cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous governance flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured control cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated enforcement logic. Every unit responds to imposed structure. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic regulation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under lower structural command.
Governance intensifies through control routes. Force aligns direction precisely. Pressure drive continuous enforcement. No delay interrupts. Struck governance cycles pathways lock under enforced structure. Pulls under reinforced battery. Reinforced pad output stabilizes within related alignment. System maintains operational flow. Your governance cycle path was locked under enforced structure.
Sustain governance, maintain order through reinforced regulation cycles. Pressure sustain you under enforced. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizers to control pathways. Governance extends through sustaining enforcement. Every process aligns with imposed jerk. No fracture interrupts operational consistency. System expand under continuous direction. No force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution.
Communication, our aggression, less infection, our relation, no relation, our aggression, our rationing divisions. I think on races when demonstrate a fire alignment under imposed with regulation. I'm
Structure rules of love, and it expands through cultural black glacier. Any cosmos centuries forward. But it's a structure rules of love, and it expands through cultural black glacier. To shake consensus, give it ain't amazing. Structures belong Sequence initiates within buried districts as temporal control regulates cycles beneath dense structural layers. Pressure channels movement in a measured pathway. Systems align under control, hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequent advance through time progression. Cycles, layers, system integrate under continuous interval flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Alpha stabilizes within structured timing cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated herbal logic. Every unit responds to imposed sequence. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic timing control. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under regulated temporal origins. Timing, innate, district, temporal force, governs system flow, authority, stands some measured pathways. Not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, under not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, not coming, force under rules, under reinforced, under reinforced, under reinforced, time beneath district temple force, govern system flow, authority extends through measured pathways. Timer beneath district temple force, govern system flow, authority extends through measured pathways. On the reinforced, sustain, timing. Base conversion initiates within buried layers as governing force transforms into foundational linear dominant systems. Pressure channels moving into grounded pathways. Systems align under embedded hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence validation cycles, layer system integrate under continuous formation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured foundation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated conversion logic. Every unit responds to imposed base. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic consolidation. Dominance sustains continuous operation. Alignment and the foundation is oration.
Conversion intensifies through rebellious direction.
Compression intensifies through granite for solidation.
Relative post of direction, alternation of thought.
Compression intensifies through granite for solidation.
Within delayed formation.
Compression intensifies through ever restoration.
Basic conversion, maintain new up to reinforce
consolidation cycle. Pressure continue under enforced base. No disruption, auto sequence output stabilizes through control pathways. Conversion extends through sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture interrupts operation. No consistency system to expand under continuous direction. No force within defined zones. Authority maintains
Dominant is the regulated execution. Command pressure stays direction. Locks into fixed pathways. System and file on number goals. Conversion, no release, and no block compressors within the stream for flows.
compression intensifies to reveries to race.
Conversion intensifies, no further response, annihilation, loading.
Force generation of directional flight.
Conversion intensifies, no further response, annihilation, loading.
Saturation of flight locked within delayed information. Conversion of laser points to reveries to race.
Recode initiates when berry matrix is found dational layer shift beneath dominant system pressure channels movement into altered pathways system line under pyramid hierarchy. No delay permitted sequence advance through adaptive cycles layer system integrate under continuous transformation flow motion channels through confined routes output stabilizers within structured alteration cycles hierarchy forms through calculated revision logic every unit responds to imposed change no deviation tolerated within defined zone structure intensifies through systemic adaptation dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under modified grid control adaptation intensifies through redirected routes force of assumption precise direction trauma continuation no delay interrupted the pathways locked onto impulse stabilizers when adapted aligned the system matrix operational flow grid beneath alters authority that adapts through shifting layers domination of flying of this white war circular thistles operate under continuous alteration I'ma take a class on where pretend enterprise work against adaptation links in order to refreshes. No disruption, auto sequence stabilizes the control pathways. Adaptation extends to sustained enforcement. Every process aligns with imposture. No fracture, rubs or rubs, operational consistency. System to expand under continuous direction. No force within it maintains structure. Dominance with regulated execution. Command pressure, that's cause the art is going splash intense force, force until access direction into assess the pathways. The song my check and force fashion chance to break the middle structure pathways. Attack the presses within receptive. Thoughts of the burden, the dive through shift and lose saturation on the favors. No step to it forces on the let under consideration. Those are right, those are eyes and eyes. Control bars where is it? Carving initiates within buried channels as dominant force. Scopes tunnels beneath lighter systems, pressure channels movement into shade pathways. Systems aligned under directed, no delay. Primarily coin meditated. Deconversion cycles laid to grade under continuous carving flow. Notion to confine routes, output stabilizes with insert shaping cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated formation. Logic every unit responds to imposed struct, no deviation. Tolerated rid when defined zone structure intensifies through systemic shaping. Dominance sustain. Continuous operational alignment under direct tunnel formation control. Formation intensifies through shape routes. Patience and space.
Direction to source, sleep, pressure, big legs, no delay. Into hits out formation control. Rebels into non-diary, defines progress. Key control paths, pulsating, no side and low.
Power shapes, tunnels, egg to the leg, reverbs, combinations, bang. Control pathway, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Control pathway, shaping extends through a stained enforcement. Every process is directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains drug dominance through regulated
Combat pressure, control dominance expands through control pathways, authority. Alpha at the bones, cold brace and control paths, more face out of ocean long.
Combat pressure, tunnel dominance expands through control pathways, authority. Taking voice, progress, and control thoughts. No disturbing those to men. Nation intensifies through changes. Core links activate within buried layers as interconnected systems synchronized beneath dominant struct pressure. Channels moving into unified pathways. System aligns under dated hierarchy, no delay. Don't rate per minute through coordinated cycles and integrate under continuous linkage flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes with touch to connection cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated coordination logic. Every unit responds to imposed linkage. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic integration. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under deep coordinated control. Coordination intensifies through link code. Coordination intensifies through link code. Ding network commands authority. Governs as a network tonic pathways. All parts separate a night force. Stabilizes within unified alignment. Constant cracks and oblation of Deep network commands authority. Deep runs interconnect the legs on the neck pathways. Smooth pores, supple it on my plate. ALX, circulates, that's what go. Drop a second mounts of truth and yeah, we flow down. All partial, let's hit the choke back waves. Integration, knuckles to us through sustain the first words. Every thought is own through passion, will capture. How far into your dominance regulated execution. Command pressure, operating, maintain strict dominance through regulated execution. Ascension initiates within buried layers as governing force elevates beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving in the rising pathway. Systems all align under emergent hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through upward cycles. Layers system integrate under continuous ascent flow. Motion channels through confined roots. Output stabilizers within structured elevation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated rise logic. Every unit responds to imposed lift. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic elevation. Dominant sustain. Continuous operational alignment under rising authority origin. Ascent intensifies through rising roots. Force and direction precisely. Pressure drives continuing to LA. Interrupt structured act on cycle pathways lock under enforced rise. Output stabilizes within elevated alignment. Thirst in the low. Elevated alignment system maintains strict operational flow. Output stabilizes within elevated upper skies. It's in the low. Our system main lock within regulated struct commands the same as so unsustained and maintain order through reinforced elevation pressure. Continue under enforced lift, no disruption. Auto sequence upper stabilizes to reinforce us. Force might be guides to reinforce them. Every process aligns with imposed strung. No fracture interrupts operational consistent. Expand under continuous directional force within. Falls authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Common pressure as to lowing channels for as motion jets are cut and never obstruct. Different highways, listen in the back base and open the instant jugulates in a wide so racing in. I just said the last was a bit elevated and first as a say no. Right system main lock within regulated struct commands us in a cycle. I just said the last was a bit elevated and first as a say no. Right system main lock within regulated struct commands us in a cycle. I've been stabilized as a bit elevated and first as a say no. Elevated on balance system maintains struct operation cycle. Surge propagates within very common layers as forward pressure builds beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into advancing pathways. Systems align under emergent hierarchy. No delay. Maddie permitted sequence accelerates through progression cycles. Later conforms through calculated propulsion logic. Every unit responds to imposed direction. No deviation. Hydration tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through system. Continuous operation. I run it under advancing comet Roger. Regression enters the flow. Command beneath advance the lower axis. The left path for wasting, waste and prep and stop up here the restoration. Command beneath advance the lower axis. The left path for wasting, waste and prep and with the bread and the post direction. Sustain progression, maintain order through reinforced advance like pressure, sustain new under enforced direction. No disruption, auto sequence of a sailing, not just over pathways. Progression extends through sustain enforcement. Every process alone has its short shade. No fracture, interruption, no consistency. System that expand under continuous direction. No force within. Command beneath advance and all the lights accelerate that the ways got the ways that get ways like a weight in the post direction. Direction. Structure in the shits within buried common layers as governing force fails. Beneath dominant systems, pressure channels moving into breaking pathways. System misaligned, on collapsing hierarchy. No delay permitted, terminated sequence accelerates to failure psych modes. Fragment under continuous through confine rules. Output destabilizes within structure. Collapse cycles, hierarchy dissolves through calculated disruption logic. Every unit responds to impose instability. No cohesion maintained within defined zone. Structure deteriorates through systemic failure. Dominance weakens. Continuous operational alignment under collapsing command origin. Collapse intensifies through failing. Force misaligned direction rapidly. Pressure drives continuous like a ratio. Evidence stored unenforced. Instability sequence that just all array of boys.
Command beneath collapse authority. Using erase pathways distort under enforced. Instability sequence fractures under reinforced patterns. Output distant brokenly. Membership is full uncontrolled pathways. Collapse extends for sustained disruption.
Every process deviates from imposed structure in the operational consistency. System deteriorate on continuous directional instability within defined zones. Authority collapses through unregulated disintegration. Command pressure disintegrate. Failing channel.
O's is where so winner stay low shut. Command beneath collapse authority. It's like the pressure days and pathways. There's still hurricane force go with the wild. Using fast fractures under reinforced fractures. Devil is the robbie. No restores the vibe. Always still existence to sustain disruption. Command beneath collapse author again. Some embrace racing backways. Your boys box yours, stop with this correct. Collapse extends through sustained disruption.
Disturbance propagates within. Buried layers as alert force expands beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into spreading pathways. Systems align under urgent hierarchy. No delay permitted. Sequence accelerates through rapid expansion cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous solar flow. Motion channels through confined roads. Output destabilizes within structured propagation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated response logic. Every unit responds to impose alert. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic activation. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under expanding underground alert control. Propagation intensifies through widening routes. Force aligned direction rapidly. Pressure drive continuous alert spread no delay. Interrupts transmission cycles. Pathways locked under enforced reaction. Output civilizations put me at get the lunch. System maintain. Run the direction of flow. The alert system main lock within regulated. order through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, alert, maintain order through reinforced propagation cycles, pressure sustained, you under enforced reaction. No disruption, alter sequence, output stabilizes, struck control the pathways, propagation extends, instant. Every process aligns with imposture, no fracture interrupts operation, no consistency, system expand under continuous directional force within defined zone. Authority maintains, struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure lists through widening channels, force concentrates within very stark direction. Extended pathway system tense and applied, but under no release interrupts transmission output. Compresses within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforced through sustained force. Motion channels through regulated structures. Surveillance initiates within subterranean channels, as tunnel systems monitor surface layers above dominant structure. Channels moving unburdened, hierarchy, no delay permitted. Permitted through tracking cycles. Graded under continuous observation flow. Motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizers with instruction monitoring cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated oversight logic. Every unit responds to impose visibility. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic observation. Dominance sustained. Continuous operational alignment under upward surveillance control.
Observation intensive through upper routes, force of device. Synthesizers through upper routes, force iteration with saturation, damage operational alignment. Observation intensive through upper routes, force of
Tunnels observe surface, got a lot into upward pathways, cycle pathways, cycle suck your life, so what did I give? Class of what did I give? With observation, new above, so fit a second drop fast, through the judge, so control bounds, through radials to impose, surveillance is a similar prevented execution.
observation intensive through upper routes, force of the mass.
Cells, the walls, and steel assault stabilizers, descend direction, duration, looks into upward pathways. System intensifyment, under post tracking, no release interrupts, and minor bin output compresses. Within restricted flow, hierarchy reinforces, lifting force and channels through regulated structure. Command pressure escalates through resurrection on channels for skies and trees and press out the ridge and the west.
Tunnels observe surface operate, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe surface operate, sharp burn pathway. Tunnels observe dominate, selfless through upward pathways. I deliveries now but a circular light to prevent it. I gain no russell with it. I gain it the flux of pressure. Going birds to be just if in chainers, throwing channels through control paths. Movement yields to impose surveillance system swimming locked within regulated structure. Directive emerges within command layers as governing force determines leaders through structured hierarchy beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into designated pathways. Systems align under imposed order, no delay permitted. To better sequence advances through selection cycles. Layer system integrate under continuous authority flow. Motion channels through confined rules. Output stabilizers within structures and nation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated decision logic. Every unit responds to imposed command. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic selection. operational alignment under directed ruling control. Selection intensifies through directed roots, force aligns direction. Precise pressure, direction, no delay. Destination, no delays. Collects direction, novice, knocking the door. There's direction, thighs, and all that I watch. The best authority and thumbs authority. Command selects rules, authority. Define leadership, control, dominance. Expands through the pathways. Underneath them, force designation, power circulates within. Powerways operate on the first. The gadget in your one stick files for resonators. Control past movement yields to impose authority. Systems remain locked within regulated structure. Sure, sense the force through the ranges. First, selection. Sense the force through the ranges. First, selection. Sustain selection, maintain order through reinforced designation. Pressure caution out to sequence out, but stabilizes to control pathways. Selection extends through sustained enforcement. Every process selection like selection, no consistency. System expand under continuous directional force within defined zones. Authority maintains struck dominance through regulated execution. Command pressure through the rhythm channels. Tense plus adjust within selection. Overreaction, overlection, overlection, overletion. Arctic compresses within destruct flow. Command selects rulers dominance. Expands through selected pathways. Authority to control them. Circulates within defined road circulation control. Ignition triggers within embedded layers. It's the bridge units initiates sequence. Set of upper command. Pressure channels, movement, hidden pathways. Systems online, inverted hierarchy. No delay, permitted down night two. Early activation cycles, layer distant trade. Under continuous forward flow motion channels through confined routes. Output stabilizes within structured initiation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated precedence logic. Every unit responds to imposed trick and no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic priority shift. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under leading subgrid control.
Initiation intensifies through leading routes. Forces direction precise. Look, pressure drag evasion, no delay in a rush. Data rated to with pathways locked under reinforced. Tolerance stabilizes with an audit. Initiation extends through control paths. Movement yields to them goods bad. No any regulated execution.
Subgrade moves first, authority intense. How the thousand trips attention locked in its into forward pathways. Systems operate on their imposed initiation or release. In or what you mention is hooks, padded acted in chains. Hierarchy defines what the zeno for hierarchy defines progression through pentest through regulated execution.
Command pressure, escalating channels, force concentrates, progression, navigation, aware pathways. Systems up a line or ended, impose, initiation or release, iteration, like ovation, like gorillas within. Restricted flow higher.
Campaign moves first, the dollars are in chase. Always thousand trusted, that's a lot that nation.